Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am Kayla Jones, aka Kay the OT, and this is Occupational Odyssey. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to like and subscribe, comment down below. Before we get started with my conversation with my topic for today, I would like to share some exciting news. So drumroll please. I passed my boards. I'm official certified occupational therapist. So Kayla Jones, OTR to you people. I am so excited. I had so many people to thank once I found out. Shout out to my family, shout out to God, shout out to my tutor. There's just so many people to say thank you to. Shout out to my followers, people who were following along, commenting, just giving words of wisdom and encouragement. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. It meant the world to me and it still does. So without a further ado, let's get into my OT box. And, I'm going to stay on the topic of shout outs for this first object that's in my box. I just dropped something. I don't know what it was, but it's gone. I'm going to shout out Dan the PT. He was actually my PT at a point in time. He was a supervisor of mine in a clinic. He is a friend, I feel like, and he uses cocoa butter. So he told me that this is like the best lubricant to use when massaging patients. I asked him, this is what you want to use. There's lotions around usually in clinics, but this is vitamin E. It smells super good. And yeah, that's cocoa butter. So what do I have in my box? What do I want to go over next? Nido. I saw it and I grabbed it because if you've ever felt one of these, you would see it, grab it too. That's all I'm going to say. So this is my Nido. This can be used to strengthen intrinsic hand musculature. This can be used for sensory regulation. This can be used as means of I'm fidgeting, which is what I was trying to say. So yes, this is a Nido. These are good. All right, what else do I have in here? Let's see. I have some leukotape, which seems to be a little stale. Does leukotape go stale? Question mark. Let's find out. You're going to find out with me, guys, because that is how I roll. I figure things out. I mean, it's still adhesive and it's peeling. But does it work? Let's see. Scissors somewhere. This is, at times like this, I wish I had someone to like constantly practice OT on. Oops, just dropped my scissors. Let's see if this works. How do I practice if leukotape works? Let's use my own arm. So I used this in an outpatient clinic that I worked in once, and then I also used it on my knee. But the way it works is you want to anchor it, pull on it. Doesn't seem to be sticking right now. And then anchor it again. You know what? No, it wouldn't, it's sticking, but it wouldn't hold up to movement. So it's time to toss that. But it's good to keep in your OT box, people. Okay? Don't want to lose sight of what we're talking about here. The OT box. Always also, shout out scissors. I was able to cut the leukotape because of the scissors. So shout out to the scissors. All right, what do I have next in my box? Let's see. Let me gather some. Well, these are some of my favorite things. These are orthoses. Like, aren't they all so beautiful and so cool? They all have their own unique purpose. Let's see if I can put one on for you guys to see what it is like on. Okay. So this orthoses is gonna stop or block flexion. It would not be used for sleeping or resting. Just because of the padding, it's not very comfortable. But you could use it during activity. But the main goal of this is to avoid flexion. Okay, let's put those in there. Let's see what's next. LSVT big program. I got a button, I got a pencil, I got the DVD, people. This is really good to use with Parkinson's patients. I also have a, oh, maybe that's what fell. Wait, I want that. Come back. Perfect. I have a chair workout, so I feel like those are good to keep together. Next, I have some foam grip tubing. This is going to be to improve grip and dexterity. So there's some tubes that are very thin, like this white one is very thin. So you can use it on things like colored pencils. I'll demonstrate really quickly. Put that on, and it's just as easier than gripping like this. And then there's wider gripping. You can use this on things like forks. You can use this on things like scissors. I mean, knives, not scissors. You probably could use it on scissors, actually, but you know what? This is what I mean. Let's try it out. This is what learning is all about. I'm going to move that. I just learned that that's not a good spot for that. All right. Can you use foam tubing on scissors? On these scissors, the only issue would be this knob right here. It's meant to stop the other scissors from getting on it. Maybe I can slide it. Oh, yeah, I just knocked it off. I think it's to stop the scissors from the two handles from hitting each other. But, you know, this is interesting because I kind of have just made like adaptive scissors. So all the patient has to do is close. As an OT, you can open, the patient closes, open, close, open, close. But I think I would, it works, but I fear there's a better invention out there than what I just created. So good luck finding that. What do I have next in my box? A stethoscope. Woohoo! Everyone needs a stethoscope. Allied health professional, you need a stethoscope. And I hope you get to hold on to your stethoscope. So speaking of celebrations, balloons. I have balloons because you need balloons always. As an OT, I could think of 10 ways to use a balloon in an intervention, and I will make a video about that, actually. How about that? That will be my next video. All the ways you can use balloons in an intervention with someone. Comment how you'd like me to, like what diagnosis you'd like me to make interventions for. Okay, so those are my balloons. We've got the foam gripping tubing. Let's see what else I have. I have some TENS pads. I don't have a TENS unit right now just because it's broken. But I do have a blood pressure cuff. That's always good to keep. Do not want that on. I have probably, let's count. Let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goniometers. Because you never know how many goniometers you're going to need. Let's see what else I got in my OT box, people. A Broca string. This is good for vision assessment and exercising. Love a Broca string, always, forever. Also, if it's long enough, you can repurpose it for cat's cradle. Let's see. I also have a lot of paperwork in my box. Maybe I can do like a separate video on going over what exactly I've documented through the years. Here I have a bag of letters. And a bag of words. This could go a long way. Really could. I have a Sharpie. I have 2 Sharpies, actually. Never know when you're going to need to label your stuff. And some duct tape. And yeah, I also have, I almost forgot about this, woohoo. I also have a heavyweight pen. So this is gonna be good for your patients who have tremors. I have a resistance band. This one's quite heavy, actually. I think I got that from my old place of work. They were giving them away. And then the last thing I have is a gait belt. So I'm gonna stand on my chair, which is probably not the safest, to show you guys how to put this on. So I've actually never used, I've never done transfers with this kind of gait belt, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. One sec. So you're gonna put the end, you're gonna open this flap right here, this flap. You're gonna open it, put the end of the gait belt in. You wanna keep it at like belt level. And what this does is just improve, okay, snatched. Oh, it's twisting, hold on. You don't want it to be twisted. You want it to be even all the way around. You don't want any crinkles just because of pressure. You want the pressure to be distributed evenly. Okay, so now what you'll be able to do is grab a patient a little bit more, put this on better, a little bit more securely now that you have this belt on. Okay. So yeah, that's a gait belt. Let me get down from my soapbox. Gait belts are amazing. I digress. So yeah, that is what I have in my OT box. I appreciate you guys so much for all the kind words again, and just words of encouragement and just positive vibes in my comments. Keep it up. I love hearing from you guys. I love talking to you guys. And thank you so much for watching my video. I hope if you're an OT, if you're studying for your boards, maybe you're using this as like a little brain break. If you're practicing OT, I just hope your occupational odyssey is amazing to you and brings you so much peace and love and power. And I just want to say thank you again. So my name is Kayla Jones. I'm Kay the OT, and this is Occupational Odyssey. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, guys. Bye.